Welcome to the An English Coffee Office. Today is Wednesday, October 29, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Hey Alex, good morning. How's your week going so far?
Morning, David. It's been nonstop with meetings, but I'm managing. You look like you need that coffee.
Absolutely. Poured myself a strong one. This machine's my best friend on busy days. Anyway, did you see the headlines this morning?
Yeah, I skimmed a few on my commute. What's got your attention?
That US-China trade deal thing, it popped up everywhere. They reached some framework agreement ahead of the Trump-Xi meeting.
Oh, right. I read about it in the news. It's supposed to ease tensions on tariffs, especially for tech and agriculture.
Exactly. From what I gathered, it's about pausing some tariffs and sorting out rare earth supplies. Could be huge for our sales team.
True. As a project manager, I'm thinking about supply chain stability. No more surprise delays on components.
You know, our clients in manufacturing have been complaining about costs. If this sticks, prices might drop a bit.
Fingers crossed. To be honest, it's a step in the right direction after all the back and forth. Anyway, how does it affect your deals?
Well, I close more if imports are smoother. Last quarter, we lost a bid because of tariff hikes. Frustrating.
I get that. Our projects got held up too. By the way, speaking of trade, did you catch anything else international?
Not really, but this one feels like a win. Let's hope the leaders seal it properly.
Yeah. Now on to tech news. China's really pushing their self-sufficiency agenda?
Oh yeah, I saw that article. Their new 5-year plan is all about tech independence.
Precisely. They're ramping up investments in semiconductors and AI to reduce reliance on U.S. tech.
Smart move on their part. With all the export curbs, they have to. But it might mean tougher competition for us.
Exactly. As someone handling tech integrations, I worry about partnerships shifting. We might need to diversify suppliers.
Totally. Imagine pitching to clients when China's making their own chips. Our sales pitch changes overnight.
It does. You know, it's forcing innovation everywhere. Even here, companies are investing more in R&D.
Good point. To be honest, it could create opportunities, like new markets opening up.
Maybe. Actually, I read they aim to lead in key areas by 2030. Ambitious, but they're serious.
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, enough global stuff. How's your project coming along?
Steady, but remotely coordinating teams is a headache. What about your sales targets?
On track, but I need to touch base with a few prospects today. Back to the news, anything lighter?
Sure. That food aid crisis story in the paper? It's affecting so many communities.
The one about rising costs overwhelming food banks? Yeah, hit close to home.
Right. With inflation up, programs are stretched thin, and families are struggling more.
Crazy. I mean, even our office snacks have gone up in price. Imagine for those relying on aid.
It's tough. As a society, we need better support. Local farms and grocers are feeling it too.
You said it. Last weekend, I volunteered at a food drive. Lines were longer than ever.
That's great you did that. To be honest, it's a reminder to stay grateful for steady work.
Absolutely. Makes the daily grind seem smaller. Anyway, how do you think it'll play out?
Hopefully, more funding comes through. Government stepping up could help.
Fingers crossed. You know, it ties back to economics. Like that trade deal might stabilize food prices indirectly.
Interesting link. Yeah, global trade affects everything. By the way, any plans after work?
Just hitting the gym to unwind. You?
Catching up on emails from home. Working remotely has its perks, but boundaries blur.
Tell me about it. Sometimes I call it a day too late. Anyway, back to the trade news. Did you see the details on soybeans?
A bit. China might resume purchases, which is good for U.S. farmers.
Huge. Our AG clients will love that. Boosts exports right away.
And for projects, reliable AG supplies mean fewer disruptions in related industries.
Spot on. Actually, I was reading how this framework includes rare earths too.
Yes, easing export controls there. Critical for electronics we deal with.
No doubt. Without it, phones and gadgets skyrocket in price.
True. Now on the tech side, China's plan mentions boosting domestic markets.
Yeah, less export focus, more internal growth shifts the whole dynamic.
It does. We might see more Chinese firms entering global markets on their terms.
Challenging but exciting. Keeps us on our toes. You know, as sales, I adapt.
Adaptability is key in project management too. Anyway, the food crisis, any local impacts here?
Definitely. Nearby shelters are busier. Our company might do a donation drive.
That would be nice. I could rally the team. Society needs these initiatives.
Count me in. To be honest, it's eye-opening. Makes you think about work-life balance.
It does. Anyway, enough chatting. Deadlines await.
Yeah, time to get cracking. Let's touch base later on that project update.
Sure. Have a productive morning.
You too. See you around the office.
Bye for now.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.